Hey you, welcome back to my channel. First, I want to thank everyone for all of the love and the support. It truly means a lot to me, so thank you, thank you, thank you. I kept a promise to myself this week. I promised that I would do art at least 30 minutes every day, and I've been keeping that promise, and it has been bringing me so much joy. And I had a conversation with a friend this week, and it was illuminating. Said that needed to find more joy every day and to live in the moment. I have a tendency to kind of forget that. So I made a promise that I will find more ways to find joy and to live in that moment. Okay, today I am going to show you how I carve a stamp. I use my stamps in my gel plate printing. It can be used for other things as well, but that's what I use it for. So let's get to the art table and I will show you how I carve a stamp. Okay, so this is the material that we're going to use to cut out the stamp. It is a soft rubber. I get these, I believe it's a package of 8. I got them on Amazon. What's pretty cool about this is the center is green. So as you're carving away the top piece where once you've carved away all of the white sections, you probably should be in a good place to get a good image, a good stamping image. All right. It's pretty easy to cut. It's nice and soft. This is a speedball cutter. And what's pretty cool about this, you can open up the handle. It's storage for your blades. It does come with these blades here. And then it has a collet, so you just loosen that up and you slide the blades in and out. These are very sharp. These blades will cut you without a doubt. So you want to make sure that you are practicing safety. As you would with any sharp objects or knives. So when cutting material, you want to make sure you're not on a surface that is slippery because you don't want to be sliding around. And also you want to make sure that you cut away from you because you don't want to come this way and stab yourself or stab yourself in the hand. All right, pretty much that's about it. I like to start by taking away some of this, the bigger pieces on the outside, and then I will go outline all the way around and then clean up as I go. This image, I chose it specifically because they are numbers, and typically if I were making a traditional stamp, these would be on here backwards, so when I printed it, it would print the correct way. But because I'm going to use this on a gel plate, it's almost like double printing so that it will come out the right way. And I'll demo that and then so you can see what I'm talking about. All right. So as I said, I'm just gonna cut and just cut away. Just take your time. I find it to be relaxing. Personally, I normally do not like tedious things like this because I like immediate results, and well, overall I guess this is pretty immediate, but it can get tedious on some carvings. But as you see, it carves away fairly easy, and you can see down into the green, like I said. And just take your time, because just like if you were making a recipe, cooking, if you add something in there, you're not going to take it out, and if you cut something, you can't put it back in. Now for this on here, I just used a die cut machine, and I just cut out what I had laying around. Actually, this is just some foil adhesive that I use in card making, and I just had a piece laying around here, so I just used it so that it would stick on there. Normally I would just draw my image on there, but this is pretty much it. And that's all you have to do, is just keep working at it, carving away, and take small control, and you would kind of want to, you're scooping in and then scooping up. That's a V-shaped cutter there. And just take your time. We're not in a hurry. As I said, if you rush this, you will cut something out that you didn't mean to. And depending on what you're cutting, you know, you might be able to fix it. And when I say fix it, I mean you're not going to get back what you took away, but you may be able to incorporate that way. I am going to wait and get a smaller cutter, a smaller blade to come back into that piece there and get that. All right, so that's pretty much it. The reason I do this for my gel plate, because I want original stencils and original designs in my plate. I use a lot of stencils, and depending on the angel policy of the stencils or stamps that you're using, will depend on, you know, can you sell artwork that's been created from it? And most of them you can sell original pieces from it, but you can't mechanically, you know, reproduce it. So you couldn't. So I created this, you know, really super awesome, cool print, and it's special and it's spectacular and everybody wants one. And if I've used commercial stamps and stencils, I may not be able to do that. I may be able only to sell the original. And then some stamps and stencils you can, but you have to, you know, read the company's policies and follow those, because you don't want to take credit for another artist's work, or maybe the case that you would have to give credit as well. So if I were to use any stencils or anything like that, I would definitely tell you that that's what I used. And I have a bunch and I enjoy using them. However, in certain pieces that, you know, that I'm playing around with, just in my growth as an artist, I'm more now into creating my own tools and designs in pieces that I use in my art. I have a tendency to gravitate towards mixed media art, and mixed media art is just like it says, it can be many things, and I love that. The best art that I think is out there is just because you can just, it's not one discipline, it's many, and I enjoy that. It's variety, and there's just so much out there. There's so many talented people, and it's pretty cool stuff. All right, so rather me sitting here and talking and y'all watching me do this, I'm going to finish carving up this stamp. Then we'll ink it up and put it on a gel plate, and I will show you just exactly how to do this. All right, thank you. Okay, so I have finished cutting away, and I did nick a little piece out of it here, but I'm okay with it overall, because nothing I've ever carved out is 100% perfect, as I like a grungy look when I'm printing. And I'm just going to trim this down some, but not too much, so I have something to grab onto and pick this up with. Now, when you test print, you'll see you know, where the ridges are, if you need to go back in and trim anything, and you can fix that there. I already probably see a couple places where I'm going to have to do that, but I kind of also like the look. I didn't go back in and smooth out these made some ridges here, because I think I kind of like that look of the ridges. So if that picks up on the stamp, cool. I'm really okay with that. Okay, so this is just some regular old deli paper, which I'm going to print on. And grab my gel plate. And it is a hot mess right now, because I haven't really cleaned it like I should. But it'll be okay. It's got some paint still on there, but it's fine. I like how paint from previous sessions will roll out onto the stamp. I'm actually going to use ink on this. I usually use paint. So I'm going to just put a little bit of ink here, and really you don't need that much because we're not going to do a whole printing session. Just going to show you how to make this stamp and how it works. So this is a brayer, well loved, as you can tell. So you want to take the brayer and you're just going to go back and forth. You're going down and then up because you want to roll. You want that wheel to roll around and gather up the ink or paint or whatever it is that you're trying to get on there. As I said, normally in a regular stamp, if we were to print this, and I will show you, oh, that looks pretty good. And I will do that first. I will show you. So if we were just going to print just like that, going to press it in, and it's backwards. So, and if you want backwards letters in your gel plate, that's fine too. So let me get some more ink on here. Ink this up. Careful when you ink. And I'll put that right onto the gel plate. So we're going to transfer the image from the stamp onto the gel plate. And you're thinking, well, why would you do that and not directly stamp onto a print? And you can. I've done that before too. So now we've got that. Because I could leave this on here, let that dry, put other layers onto it, and then pull everything up together. But for demonstration purposes, we're just going to do this. I'm going to burnish this on here really well. And then we're going to pull that back. And you will see, voila, I got my 31. So that's it. That's the difference. So when you cut the your numbers and letters regular onto a stamp and you go to print just in a traditional, you're just printing on a piece of paper, it's going to come out backwards. However, when you put them onto a gel plate, it's like a double printing, and then it'll come out right. All right, well, thank you for watching. Y'all take care. Bye.